Alright, as you can see, I got the valve covers on, and the valve cover gaskets are in, along with a lot of silicone. And I got this pipe on, and the cam gears are torqued to spec. The next, for the timing, I would have to do the timing cover, which I'm going to wait on that because I'm going to continue scraping off the gasket on both mating surfaces, and then I'll put that on. But right now I'm putting in the coil packs. Also make sure to use some connector grease for the coil packs. And when I disassemble everything, I did label which coil pack went to which cylinder. Doesn't really matter, but I did have cylinder 2 and cylinder 6 coil packs were really oily. So I did have some extra coil packs I'm going to throw in. And yeah. Alright, I got my timing cover here, my outer one. I just cleaned out all these silicone grooves, and I'm going to put new sealant in. And I got this side cleaned up as well, and got the timing double checked. Up here, last night I got the injectors in, fuel rail, valve covers and coil packs. I think that's about it. And I also put the dipstick in, this thing. And yeah, it looks good. Actually, I just caught this, but down there, I left this in there, and it was actually really deep, but luckily I got out of there, so good thing I saw it. I actually saw it in one of the pictures I was taking, and then I was like, what the heck? Anyways, got that out. After I do the cover, then I'm gonna do the crank pulley, and then all the other stuff up here, and then I'm gonna start doing the lower plenum, all the gaskets, put in the Z1 plenum spacer, plug in all the wires, and yeah. Alright, I got these two covers on. I need to do these next, but I'm gonna wait because I want to clean these off a little bit first. I was gonna paint these black as well, but I decided to leave them with that metallic finish, just because it kind of looks cool. Looks cool like that, in my opinion. Maybe down the road I might paint the black as well. But right now I'm installing the lower plenum right there. I already cleaned off all the oil in it, and have my gasket right here. Make sure the arrows are pointing towards you. Alright, I have the lower plenum here, but I almost forgot to install my these things. These are my water tube gaskets. They just go right there, right here, and one right, let me fix my light real quick, on the other side over here. This one's kind of hard to see, but yeah, basically they look like this. Alright, I have the lower plenum installed and torqued down. I have the oil, I think this is called the oil galley gasket right here underneath it. And then you put this thing on and make sure the arrow is facing towards you. And then here is the Z1 Motorsports plenum spacer and included gasket. I might add silicone, but I might not. Actually, yeah, I will. Alright, I have the power steering, the alternator, tensioner, and drive pulley, belt, harness, thermostat, coolant tubes, and now I'm putting on I just put on the throttle body, new gaskets for everything. My intake, I'm just wrapping the back with some heat reflective tape to prevent some heat soak. It's all back here too. I would do the whole thing, but I kind of like the red on this, so I know it would work better with it completely wrapped with heat reflective tape, but I think this will be fine. I mean, it's better than nothing, because these engines are known for to have heat soak just because of how tight the engine bay is. So this will help out a little bit. And yeah, and I do have the PCV running from the back of the valve cover to here. That's how it is from stock, from factory, but I will change that. I'm gonna run a oil catch can, because I don't like, I don't like oil coming back into the intake. It's just not, I mean, good for the environment, not good for your engine. And I have a filter coming in the mail. I don't know when it's coming, but it's a Pexier filter. And yeah, okay, the car is basically ready to start, but my battery is actually dead, so I'm gonna have to take the battery out of my other G35. Alright, I got the battery hooked up. My negative terminal is a little loose, so I put this there to kind of hold it in tight, and it did work for a little bit. Alright, this is start attempt 1. Stop. Turn it off. Alright, I just took out all my parts from the storage. Anthony's helping me out over there. Yes, we're putting in some coolant. I'm gonna take this thing for a rip.
Okay.
About to go on the first drive. Hello, it is the next morning and the car runs great. At the beginning of the initial startups, there was a lot of ticking from the timing chain area, but that was because there was enough oil pressure built up to lube up the chain and the tensioners and everything. But after that, it runs just like the way it was before. Right now I just have a bit of stretched pantyhose material for the air filter because I couldn't fit the old one on, but I have a new one coming in the mail, so that's just temporary. I was just cleaning all the connections on the fans to make sure the fans have good connection, because there's a lot of water in them. Overall, I do need to get more coolant, but no issues so far. And yeah, right now I'm gonna put the front bumper back on, and I did use the battery from my my G35, but now I need to get a battery for that car, but I'm just gonna use this one for now. It's actually a really good battery. It's a pretty new one too. Other than that, it runs pretty good. The headers did make a quite a bit of sound difference. It's a little bit louder and it feels more responsive, so I like the headers a lot. That's about it. I might wash the car later if the weather clears up. It's still the morning right now, but yeah.